Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to...
It's falling off my phone.
Warriors, come out to play. What's going on, everybody? This is BroncoJuggalo
And Bill.
and I'm speaking to all my horror mob gang members. Check out
Can you dig it?
BroncoJuggalo and Bill up on some Warriors shit, because that is what we're reviewing today. The Warriors.
Warriors.
Now, this is kind of an honorary Comic Cave review, because even though there is no actual Warriors comic, in the novel, The Warriors, there was a comic book, and the novel is done in comic book format.
And there's a bottle stuck on my thumb.
Yeah. And they're about to break, I can tell. Check out this badass vest that Mr. Bill got from one of the actual Warriors. He won't tell me how much it cost, but it's authentic, it's real. Turn it around, show the people the patch.
Alright, alright.
Scoot forward, too close to the camera. You know, pretty dope, huh?
It's stuck. Ah. Unstuck.
Wouldn't be the first time I pulled something off this thing.
Well, we never said we talked about that, but...
You're right.
Anyways.
So guys, today, as I said, we are reviewing The Warriors, a fucking classic. If you haven't seen The Warriors, climb out from whatever fucking rock you're living under and see this fucking movie.
This is fucking amazing.
Now, technically, we are reviewing the director's cut, because there is no version of the regular cut, I think, anywhere on DVD or Blu-ray. Maybe on VHS, but it's really hard to find.
Or Laserdisc, maybe?
Maybe. I'm not sure if it's even on that. Now, The Warriors was directed by Walter Hill. And I'm going to run down and actually read all the names that are in this movie and their characters, because there's a lot of them, so it's hard to remember them all. But as Swan, we have Michael Beck. He's our main character. As Ajax, we have James Remar. Yes, Dexter's father is in The Warriors. As Fox, we have Thomas G. Watts, I'm not sure. As Rembrandt, we have Marcelino Sanchez, one of the few openly gay actors in the 70s.
Yep.
As Cochise, we have David Harris, who is the gentleman that got this from. And we got a really cool thing to show you at the end of the review, too. As Cleon, we have Dorsey Wright. As Mercy, not the only female in the movie, but the main female in the movie.
The main.
We have Deborah Van Valkenburg. Valkenburg? I don't know. As Vermin, we have Terry Mikos. As Cowboy, we have Tom McKitterick. And as Snow, we have Brian Taylor. Now, some interesting things about this movie. $4 million budget, brought in $16.4 million in the box office.
Hell yeah.
Even though it had been actually... all the promotional material for this movie had been pulled multiple times due to violence at the screenings. They thought that it was actually inciting real gang violence, so they pulled the promotional material. And this movie almost got shut down a few times.
Can you dig it?
Something else that may be a little weird, Ronald Reagan, yes, President Ronald Reagan.
Let's smoke the Democrats out of the White House.
He was an actor before he was president. He loved this movie. He actually had a private screening of this film at Camp David, which I think is kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
Now, this is based on a novel where the main character reads the story of the Warriors in a comic book. And in the novel, there are actually illustrations to kind of help push that comic book theme. Now, believe it or not, this movie was actually originally going to be a Western. They were doing a Western. And that Western kind of fell to the wayside, and they were almost going to try to adapt this script into a Western. I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they did it the way they did. There is also a remake that was supposed to be made, 2 to be exact. One on television, which never happened, and one in the movies, which never happened. And the movie one was supposed to take real modern-day gangs instead of the fantastic out there gangs like we see in this movie.
Yes, but we got the video game. We did get the video game.
Yes, we did get the Warriors video game on PlayStation 2.
And Xbox.
PlayStation 2 and Xbox? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was actually a fun game. Anybody has seen the Warriors. And as I said, if you haven't, you're living under a rock, you should come out and get a life and see the Warriors.
Hell yeah.
It's awesome. There's so many great things about this movie that everybody knows about this movie. So I just narrowed it down to a few things I really wanted to talk about. One of the biggest differences between this director's cut and the original cut is the transitions that are comic book form transitions, and then the intro, which is a totally different intro, and then the end credits, which now have music on them. In the original, it was just black credits, no music, nothing, just rolled. It didn't have no transition to a comic book page. It just stopped right there on the beach, and it rolled credits completely silent. That was the original. The new director's cut is a little different. I think, some people think it doesn't, people that grew up with the Warriors. I believe that the transitions helped. I like the transitions. First time I saw the Warriors, I was probably about 9 years old. And it was the original cut. And I don't even know what we were watching on, but we were watching it. Me, a friend of mine, and this is when we were living in Germany. So I don't even know where we got it. But we were watching the Warriors, and I remember the movie when I watched it again years later as an older teenager. And I like the director's cut. I really like the transitions. I like the things they added.
Yeah.
And like George Lucas once said, Walter Hill said that it kind of fit more of the original vision than just what it was. Because they were limited back then to what they could do. So, do you have any negatives for the Warriors? Because I don't have a single one.
Fuck no. I don't have one fucking bad thing to say about this movie.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is a masterpiece. And I can't believe when I talk to people, have you ever seen this movie? No? I've never seen it. What the fuck's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? This is a masterpiece. And that's the thing I'm going to talk about first, is the way this film is shot. The cinematography of this film is amazing. Even on HD TV, it looks amazing.
And that's actually one of the things that the critics agreed upon. Back when this came out, critics bashed the shit out of it, including Roger and Ebert. You know, they bashed the crap out of it. But then later on in life, both Roger and Ebert said that there were things they overlooked as to how good the Warriors were because they were kind of so dead set against it from the start. People thought of this as a gang violence film. That's not what this film's about.
This is about promoting gang banging.
This film is literally about trying to make it through one of the worst times in your life and having your friends and brotherhood around you to make it through. And to have your back and to be able to fight for what's right, fight for the fact that you know you were right and you were not wrong, and having the guts to do what you have to do.
Exactly.
That is what this movie was about. And I fucking love that. One of the things that I love, aside from what he's already talked about, because I did want to mention that too, but he already did, so we'll just go on. The fucking music in this film helps fuel the story so much.
Yes.
And not just the score. The score is amazing, and it really pushes the story. But also, there's a DJ in the movie.
Yes, thank you. The DJ.
You never see her face completely, just her lips and chin down, talking but you can tell she's a very pretty looking woman already from just that part.
Yep.
And, you know, she's got that 70s, hey baby kind of thing going on. You know, for all you babies out there trying to get back to Coney Island, be looking good, you know, that kind of thing. And
yes,
like the songs that she plays fit so well
with the entire movie.
You know, and all the actors, they talked about this, had to be in great condition because they had to do so much running in the movie.
Yep.
And so much physicality stuff. And the poor girl, Deborah, that plays Mercy. That plays Mercy. Man, this poor girl, she was beat the hell out of. There's a scene where Swan is taking a swing at a cop with a baseball bat. And, like, literally, you don't see it, but he misses him. and he misses everything, and he clocks her right in the fucking head. There's another where the actor is pulling her down the stairs by her wrist, like this, and they're trying to escape, and they fall and like into a tumble. He still had a hold of her wrist so tight, he broke it when they fell.
Ouch.
This poor girl, and that's why if you notice, there's a part where, you know, she's in this just shirt, like this dress and shirt the whole time, and then all of a sudden she has a jacket, and they have to explain that she stole the jacket. Well, the reason they had to bring in the jacket was to cover up the cast that was on her arm. You know?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like a lot of sympathy for that poor girl had to be put through all that, but it came out great. The movie is great.
What I want to talk about next in this film is the fight scenes. All of the fight scenes in this film are just fucking over the top.
There's some really good ones.
They're just... And it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on in this movie? Like, every gang they come up against trying to get back to Coney Island, and it's just over the fucking top. And each gang has their own unique fucking...
look, weapon style, everything.
And everything's just over the top. I love it. I love it. You don't see it anymore. You just don't in cinema anymore. I love the over-the-topness.
It is a action movie before action movies were big blockbuster action films. There's explosions going on. There's a lot of things going on. This is a really good film. The pacing, as I said, the music helps push it along. The pacing is really good. One of the things I wanted to talk about is the legacy of the Warriors. This movie has spawned so many imitators, and it has influenced so many other people. There are multiple musical artists, especially rappers, that have done full albums dedicated to the Warriors.
My favorite, ABK.
Yep, Hatchet History. Great fucking album, and a lot of others, including like mainstream rappers, have done shit dedicated and using stuff from the Warriors. It's like, you know, it's been done on football teams.
Yep.
Doing the dink, dink, come out and play. You know, all that kind of, it's so, some of the lines in this movie, the can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
The Warriors come out and play. The, you Warriors are good, real good.
The best.
The best, you know. All that kind of stuff is iconic cinema dialogue now that you see and hear in so many different renditions. They've done renditions of this on Family Guy.
Yep.
I mean, they've done so many different things to the Warriors. It's left a legacy that can't be beat, in my opinion. And I don't know if it'll ever or should ever be followed up with a sequel. This is one of those movies that I truly think just stands on its own and is its own thing.
I will agree with you there. It's an amazing movie, and usually when you have amazing films, you want a sequel. But with this one, it's perfect. It's perfect the way it is. No sequel required.
Everything gets wrapped up, you know. If you ever watch on the Blu-ray version, which is the same, it's supposed to be the same as the DVD Ultimate Director's Cut, they have less special features. They don't have the cutout scenes. The DVD version has the deleted scenes. And there's an extended scene at the beginning of the movie with Cleon talking to his girlfriend about why they're going there. And I see why they cut it out. It's kind of a cool scene. There's more scenes with the Warriors themselves introducing themselves, like, and talking amongst themselves on the train. The iconic train ride opening scene.
Yep.
All that stuff is cool, but when I watched the movie, I think if they would have put this back in, it would have totally screwed up the flow.
Yeah.
And I think that it's cool to have those scenes, to watch them as deleted scenes. So you go, oh, that's why this happened. And this is a bit of information. Okay, cool. But yeah, they did a great job. It's really awesome. And I fucking love it.
Okay, I think there's one thing we gotta do. Because I asked you when we were watching this movie, what's your favorite gang? What gang was your favorite as far as... And then you said besides the Warriors. Well, it's like, of course besides the Warriors.
The Warriors are like my favorite, honestly. But also, like, their outfits, the vests are just badass.
Fuck yeah.
They're like the coolest outfits in the thing. I really do like the Griffs. I like the whole You know, they're dressing up like fucking Bruce Lee kind of shit. Like they right out of a blaxploitation film. That's kind of cool.
Nice.
And I like the guys that look like fucking pimps with the purple zoot suits. I like those too. I don't know what the gang's called, but I like them.
Okay, my favorite one was the Baseball Furies, man. I loved those guys. They were just over the top, fucking baseball outfits and everything, bats, face paint.
Some people think that Marilyn Manson took his face paint look from the main Baseball Fury guy.
You know, I can see that. I can, because that main Baseball Fury guy, I could see it. I really can.
Well, guys, that's it. We got something to show you, though. So at Comic-Con this year, Bill was able to get this signed by 4 of the Warriors. And that's pretty fucking dope. He's got Cochise, he's got Vermin. He has
The Fox?
the Fox, and from the, not one of the Warriors,
The
but
Rogues.
from the Rogues, the main guy of the Rogues. He signed this as well. And that's fucking awesome. Who, by the way, was also in VFW.
Not a vintage poster, unfortunately, but still fucking
It looks
badass.
vintage, and it's badass.
Hell yeah.
So, just thought we'd show that to y'all.
Hell yeah.
Alright, everybody. Peace out.
And good night.